In the deepest reaches of space, a discovery that could change everything. A weapon so powerful it can annihilate entire planets in seconds. Humanity's bravest stand against an unstoppable force. Will they succeed, or will the galaxy burn? This is their story, a race against time to prevent cosmic destruction. Stay tuned for an epic tale of survival, sacrifice, and courage. Don't forget to subscribe for more thrilling adventures across the stars. The vastness of the cosmos has always been a source of wonder and terror for humanity. For centuries, explorers gazed at the night sky, dreaming of what lay beyond the boundaries of Earth. But dreams often carry shadows, and this shadow came in the form of a signal, a faint transmission detected by deep space probes near the edge of known space. At first, scientists dismissed it as interference, but further analysis revealed something extraordinary. The signal was not random noise. It carried patterns, codes, and warnings written in a language no human had ever seen before. As the data poured into command centers across the globe, experts scrambled to decode its meaning. What they uncovered sent shockwaves through every level of society. Hidden within the cryptic symbols was information about an alien artifact buried on a distant moon orbiting a dying star. This wasn't just any artifact. It was described in the transmission as an energy bomb capable of obliterating entire solar systems with a single activation. Panic spread like wildfire among world leaders, who convened emergency meetings to discuss how to respond. Should they risk sending a crew to investigate, knowing full well the dangers involved? Or should they leave the weapon untouched, hoping it would remain dormant forever? After weeks of heated debate, a decision was made. A team of elite astronauts would embark on a perilous mission to locate the device and neutralize it if possible. These individuals were chosen not only for their exceptional skills but also for their unshakable resolve. They were prepared to face whatever horrors awaited them in the void, even if it meant sacrificing themselves for the greater good. As the countdown began, the fate of billions hung precariously in the balance. The spacecraft designated, Eclipse, stood poised on the launch pad, its sleek metallic frame gleaming under the harsh artificial lights of the orbital station. It was unlike anything humanity had ever constructed, a marvel of engineering designed specifically for this mission. Every component, from the advanced propulsion system to the reinforced hull, had been meticulously crafted to withstand the rigors of interstellar travel. Inside, the crew gathered for one final briefing before departure. Their faces reflected a mixture of determination and tension, each aware of the monumental task ahead. For months, these men and women had trained relentlessly, enduring grueling simulations and psychological evaluations to ensure they were ready for anything. Among them was Captain Elena Vega, a seasoned astronaut whose calm demeanor masked an iron will. She had led countless missions, but none compared to this. Her second-in-command, Dr. Marcus Chin, brought expertise in xenotechnology, his analytical mind invaluable when deciphering alien designs. Rounding out the team were specialists in astrophysics, engineering, and tactical operations, all united by a shared purpose. As the engines roared to life, the Eclipse ascended into the heavens, leaving behind the fragile blue sphere of Earth. Outside the windows, the curvature of the planet grew smaller until it vanished entirely, replaced by the infinite expanse of stars. For days, the journey proceeded without incident, the hum of machinery providing a steady rhythm as the crew worked tirelessly to prepare for their destination. Yet beneath the surface, unease lingered. None of them knew exactly what they would find on that distant moon, or whether they would return alive. Weeks passed in relative silence as the Eclipse hurtled toward the coordinates provided by the mysterious signal. During this time, the crew occupied themselves with routine tasks, maintaining equipment and running diagnostic checks. Despite the monotony, there was an underlying tension that grew stronger with each passing day. Conversations became sparse, the weight of their mission pressing down on everyone. Each member retreated into their thoughts, contemplating the enormity of what lay ahead. Dr. Chen spent hours poring over the decoded fragments of the alien transmission, searching for clues that might give them an advantage. He pieced together diagrams and schematics, though much remained incomprehensible. The energy bomb appeared to harness principles of physics far beyond human understanding, relying on forces that defied conventional laws. If activated, it would unleash a cascade of destruction, consuming everything in its path. The mere thought of such power filled him with dread, yet he pressed on, determined to unlock its secrets. Meanwhile, Captain Vega focused on keeping morale high, organizing group exercises and encouraging open communication. She understood the psychological toll of isolation and uncertainty, having experienced it herself on previous missions. Still, she couldn't shake the feeling that something was amiss. The closer they drew to their target, the more uneasy she became. Was it simply nerves, or was there another presence watching them from the depths of space? Finally, after what felt like an eternity, the Eclipse entered orbit around the desolate moon where the artifact was said to reside. Its surface was barren and lifeless, scarred by eons of meteor impacts and volcanic activity. Jagged peaks jutted upward like broken teeth, casting long shadows across the landscape. Through the ship's sensors, the crew detected faint energy readings emanating from a crater near the equator. It matched the signature described in the alien message. Descending onto the rocky terrain, the team donned their suits and prepared to disembark. The airlock hissed open, revealing a panorama of gray dust and blackened stone stretching endlessly in all directions. With careful steps, they made their way toward the crater, their boots crunching softly against the ground. Above them, the dying star cast a dim red glow, bathing the scene in an eerie light. Reaching the edge of the depression, they peered down into its depths. There, partially buried beneath layers of debris, lay the object of their quest. It was massive, easily dwarfing the largest structures on Earth. Its shape was irregular, resembling a twisted knot of metal and crystal fused together. Strange symbols etched into its surface pulsed faintly with an otherworldly luminescence. Even from a distance, it radiated an aura of menace, as though it were alive and aware of their presence. Approaching the artifact required caution, as the crew knew little about its properties or potential defenses. Using remote drones equipped with scanning devices, they conducted preliminary investigations while remaining at a safe distance. Data streamed back to the ship, painting a clearer picture of the construct's composition. It consisted of materials unknown to science, alloys and compounds that seemed to defy natural formation. The core of the device emitted intense bursts of radiation, suggesting it housed some form of exotic energy source. As the analysis progressed, Dr. Chen identified key components corresponding to descriptions in the alien transmission. One section appeared to serve as a control mechanism, likely responsible for initiating the catastrophic reaction. Another part resembled a containment field, possibly designed to regulate the immense power contained within. However, tampering with either element carried significant risks. Any misstep could trigger an irreversible chain reaction, dooming not only the crew but potentially the entire galaxy. Despite these dangers, the team pressed forward, driven by necessity. Time was not on their side. The longer the artifact remained intact, the greater the chance it might activate independently. Whether through malfunction, external interference, or deliberate intent, the consequences would be catastrophic. Each decision weighed heavily on Captain Vega, who bore the responsibility of leading her people into harm's way. Yet she trusted in their training and ingenuity, believing they could overcome even the most daunting challenges. With preparations complete, the crew descended into the crater, moving cautiously toward the artifact. Every step was calculated, every movement deliberate. Portable scanners buzzed incessantly, relaying vital information to handheld displays. Despite the oppressive atmosphere, there was a sense of awe among the team. They stood before a creation born of technology far superior to anything humanity had achieved, a testament to the ingenuity, and perhaps hubris, of an ancient civilization. Upon reaching the base of the structure, they encountered a series of panels adorned with intricate carvings. These markings differed from those seen earlier, appearing almost organic in nature. Some members speculated they served as access points, allowing interaction with the device's internal systems. Others feared they might act as traps, luring intruders into triggering catastrophic events. After extensive deliberation, Dr. Chen volunteered to attempt contact, using tools adapted from samples recovered during earlier missions. Carefully positioning himself near one of the panels, he extended a probe tipped with a specialized interface. Sparks flew as the device connected, illuminating the area with brilliant flashes of light. For several tense minutes, nothing happened. Then, slowly, segments of the artifact began shifting, rearranging themselves into new configurations. Panels slid open, revealing complex networks of conduits and circuitry. Simultaneously, the symbols etched into the surface brightened, pulsating with increasing intensity. Whatever they had done, it had awakened something dormant within the machine. The transformation unfolding before their eyes was both mesmerizing and terrifying. Components of the artifact moved with fluid precision, as if guided by an unseen intelligence. Tubes expanded and contracted, releasing wisps of vapor that dissipated quickly in the thin atmosphere. Lights flickered across its surface, forming patterns that seemed almost intentional. To the crew, it felt less like machinery and more like a living entity responding to their presence. Back aboard the Eclipse Dash, support staff monitored the situation closely, analyzing incoming data streams for signs of imminent danger. Initial readings suggested the device was entering a state of partial activation, though whether this represented preparation for use or self-defense mechanisms remained unclear. Regardless, the implications were dire. If fully powered, the energy bomb could unleash devastation on an unimaginable scale. On the ground, Captain Vega ordered her team to maintain a safe perimeter while continuing observations. Armed with portable shielding units, they positioned themselves strategically, ready to retreat at a moment's notice. Meanwhile, Dr. Chun worked feverishly to interpret the changes occurring within the artifact. His efforts yielded fragmented insights, hinting at protocols governing its operation. One sequence stood out, a recurring pattern associated with what appeared to be a shutdown procedure. Could this be their opportunity to disable the weapon? Time ticked away mercilessly, adding urgency to their actions. Each second brought them closer to either salvation or annihilation. The crew understood the stakes, yet fear did not paralyze them. Instead, it fueled their determination, driving them to push beyond limits they never imagined possible. As the artifact continued its metamorphosis, the crew faced mounting challenges. Environmental conditions deteriorated rapidly, with temperature fluctuations and electromagnetic disturbances complicating their efforts. Instruments malfunctioned sporadically, forcing reliance on manual calculations and improvisation. Communication links weakened, threatening to sever ties between the ground team and the ship overhead. Undeterred, Dr. Chun persisted in his attempts to decode the artifact's inner workings. By cross-referencing newly acquired data with archived records of similar phenomena, he identified potential vulnerabilities. One promising lead involved disrupting the flow of energy through specific conduits, effectively starving critical subsystems. Implementing this strategy required precise timing and coordination, leaving no room for error. Simultaneously, Captain Vega coordinated defensive measures, ensuring her team remained protected amidst escalating threats. Portable barriers formed makeshift fortifications, shielding personnel from hazardous emissions. Emergency protocols were reviewed and rehearsed, preparing everyone for worst-case scenarios. Though exhaustion gnawed at their resolve, camaraderie strengthened bonds, fostering unity in adversity. Above all, hope endured. Despite overwhelming odds, the crew clung to belief in their mission's success. Failure was unthinkable, carrying ramifications too dire to contemplate. With grim determination etched upon their faces, they forged ahead, confronting the unknown head-on. Progress came incrementally, each small victory bolstering confidence. Dr. Chin managed to isolate key pathways regulating the artifact's primary functions, gaining tentative control over certain aspects. Through painstaking adjustments, he manipulated energy flows, gradually reducing overall output. Encouraged by these developments, the rest of the team redoubled efforts, assisting wherever needed. However, setbacks loomed large. Unforeseen complications arose frequently, demanding quick thinking and adaptability. Structural integrity faltered periodically, necessitating repairs under duress. Supplies dwindled faster than anticipated, prompting rationing measures. Fatigue accumulated relentlessly, testing physical and mental endurance alike. Yet resilience prevailed. Bonds forged through shared hardship transcended individual limitations, enabling feats once deemed impossible. Collaborative problem-solving emerged as a cornerstone of progress, leveraging diverse skill sets toward common goals. Even amidst chaos, moments of clarity illuminated paths forward, reinforcing faith in eventual triumph. Throughout, vigilance never wavered. Threats lurked constantly, requiring constant monitoring and swift responses. Alertness bordered on paranoia, yet proved essential for survival. Trust in equipment, procedures, and one another sustained momentum, propelling the mission toward uncertain horizons. Amidst ongoing struggles, breakthroughs began materializing. Dr. Chin succeeded in mapping core operational sequences, unlocking deeper layers of functionality. Insights gleaned facilitated targeted interventions, accelerating deactivation processes. Concurrently, engineering teams devised innovative solutions, stabilizing precarious infrastructure and mitigating collateral damage risks. Captain Vega oversaw integration efforts, harmonizing disparate initiatives into cohesive strategies. Resource allocation prioritized efficiency, maximizing utility despite constrained supplies. Morale received periodic boosts via scheduled breaks and morale-boosting activities, preserving spirits amid relentless pressure. Outside influences compounded complexities, however. Solar flares disrupted communications intermittently, isolating teams temporarily. Meteor showers posed additional hazards, necessitating evasive maneuvers and structural reinforcements. Environmental shifts exacerbated existing challenges, amplifying stress levels exponentially. Nevertheless, perseverance reigned supreme. Adversities served as catalysts for growth, honing capabilities and refining techniques. Lessons learned fortified future endeavors, transforming obstacles into stepping stones. Unity remained paramount, binding individuals into a singular force capable of overcoming seemingly insurmountable odds. With renewed vigor, the crew tackled remaining hurdles systematically. Dr. Chun refined methodologies, optimizing approaches based on empirical evidence. Incremental gains accumulated steadily, inching closer to ultimate objectives. Precision guided every action, minimizing errors and conserving dwindling resources. Support networks expanded organically, encompassing contributions from unexpected quarters. Cross-disciplinary collaborations fostered creativity, yielding novel applications of familiar concepts. Synergies developed naturally, enhancing collective efficacy significantly. Leadership adapted dynamically, embracing flexibility as cornerstone principles evolved. External pressures intensified concurrently, testing resolve repeatedly. Cosmic anomalies manifested unpredictably, challenging adaptive capacities continually. Equipment failures mandated creative workarounds, stretching inventiveness to extremes. Psychological tolls mounted inexorably, demanding robust coping mechanisms consistently. Still, tenacity endured unfalteringly. Challenges morphed into opportunities, fueling innovation and fortitude alike. Adaptability became hallmark traits, distinguishing survivors from casualties. Resilience defined existence, shaping destinies irreversibly. Nearing culmination, anticipation surged palpably. Final preparations commenced, consolidating achievements thus far. Comprehensive reviews ensured thoroughness, eliminating residual uncertainties methodically. Contingency plans solidified, addressing conceivable contingencies comprehensively. Dr. Chen spearheaded execution phases, orchestrating synchronized activations meticulously. Timing aligned flawlessly, executing sequences seamlessly. Feedback loops validated effectiveness instantaneously, affirming correctness unequivocally. Satisfaction permeated ranks uniformly, validating sacrifices collectively. Captain Vega presided over proceedings solemnly, acknowledging gravity inherently. Commendations flowed freely, recognizing valor universally. Emotional resonance resonated profoundly, binding souls indelibly. Legacy crystallized tangibly, immortalizing endeavors perpetually. Beyond immediate scope, implications reverberated globally. Triumph transcended personal victories, impacting civilizations broadly. Inspiration ignited aspirations widely, catalyzing advancements exponentially. Hope rekindled fervently, envisioning futures optimistically. Victory secured, reflection ensued introspectively. Experiences processed individually, assimilating lessons holistically. Growth acknowledged openly, celebrating transformations inclusively. Gratitude expressed genuinely, honoring companions meaningfully. Departure loomed inevitably, signaling transitions poignantly. Farewells exchanged emotionally, cherishing connections deeply. Memories cherished fondly, preserving legacies tenderly. Promises vowed sincerely, sustaining commitments steadfastly. Return journeys unfolded contemplatively, absorbing perspectives expansively. Horizons broadened perceptibly, enriching worldviews substantially. Perspectives shifted paradigmatically, reframing realities innovatively. Renewal embraced wholeheartedly, invigorating spirits vibrantly. Homecomings awaited eagerly, heralding reunions joyously. Welcomes extended warmly, embracing arrivals affectionately. Celebrations erupted jubilantly, commemorating feats magnificently. Lives resumed dynamically, integrating learning seamlessly. Legacy cemented firmly, influence propagated enduringly. Stories retold repeatedly, inspiring generations continuously. Ideals propagated passionately, advocating progress relentlessly. Values instilled intrinsically, guiding ethics unwaveringly. Scientific advancements accelerated exponentially, fueled by revelations profoundly. Technologies revolutionized radically, enhancing capabilities astronomically. Discoveries multiplied prolifically, expanding knowledge boundlessly. Frontiers explored ambitiously, conquering unknowns fearlessly. Cultural shifts mirrored evolutionarily, adapting paradigms progressively. Attitudes transformed positively, fostering inclusivity universally. Empathy cultivated extensively, nurturing compassion abundantly. Peace pursued diligently, striving harmony persistently. Future envisioned hopefully, anticipating possibilities optimistically. Dreams nurtured ambitiously, pursuing aspirations relentlessly. Potential realized maximally, achieving greatness extraordinarily. Destiny shaped intentionally, crafting tomorrows purposefully. Epilogue closes chapters memorably, concluding narratives satisfactorily. Reflections linger nostalgically, reminiscing adventures nostalgically. Lessons embedded permanently, influencing decisions wisely. Spirits uplifted enduringly. Empowering journeys confidently. Subscriptions encouraged enthusiastically, supporting creators appreciatively. Engagements fostered actively, participating communities vibrantly. Content enjoyed thoroughly, valuing productions genuinely. Channels followed faithfully, anticipating releases eagerly. Universe explored infinitely, embracing mysteries curiously. Adventures embarked boldly, seeking thrills adventurously. Stories shared generously, connecting hearts empathetically. Legacies crafted meaningfully, leaving marks indelibly. Subscribe now for more captivating tales spanning galaxies far and wide.